Энэ тахи шалнуруу энэ хойтолны нэг ялхан гэж ялханаас урагшаа энэ урагшаа ширээ хайрхан гэж байгаа. Энэ юунаас урагчаар хоолойн дугуйгаас хойш энэ завсруулвал нэг л одоо тахи байсан. Тэгээд би 16-тай байхдаа энд манай нэг саанчин совдгод нэг өгсөн байсан. Тэгээд би нэг тэр өгсөнтэй уулзаад тахин одоо гүү гэдээс нэг таргаад юм алж ингэж одоо юу байжсэн. Би 45 онд цэргээ салгаж ирсэн. Тэгээд 45 онд салгаж ирэхэд тахиг чинь байхгүй энэ манай энэ тахин шалнуруу гэдэг чинь тэгэхэд энэ тахил би учраас тахин шалнуруу гэж нэрлэгдсэн. Тэгээд тах байхгүй болцсон юм байсан.
Przewalski horse is a very distinct horse species, an equid species, and some people believe it is the ancestor of all domestic horse species that we have. We don't really know. One of the things we do know is that the Przewalski horse existed here in the Gobi, in this area, in this very site we're in at the moment. I think that's one of the most important things about this reintroduction program, is that we're actually bringing back these horses to their last known home range area. So the last wild Przewalski horse was probably killed several kilometers from here. And that's why it's so particularly exciting to see this group of horses out here, nearly 30 years after the last one was shot.
Most species go extinct because of us, human beings. We take away the habitat, we kill, we poach those guys, and the populations disappear. When we bring them back, we have to make sure that we bring them back at places where we ourselves are not competing with the new populations out there. The Gobi is a perfect example for that. Human population density is extremely low.
Well, the Europeans were actually the first to come here and capture Przewalski horses. The original horses were captured at the turn of the century. Around 1950, beginning of the 60s, a breeding program was established and it was very successful. We now have a very good population of horses, 1,400 to 1,500 horses in captivity. There's a basis there to reintroduce as many horses as we want. The first transport was 1990, so this year we brought in 4 horses which have been born in Switzerland. I've been here quite a few times, but it's still a very emotional experience when I get here and I walk up on this hill and I can see the tachi down there, or like this morning seeing a foal being born in the wild. And coming from a captive environment, this is probably the most important aspect of it. This is what we should be doing with many other species as well.
In some reintroduction projects, captive breeding has played a very essential role. And the Taki is one example for that. If the Takis had not been in private hands or in zoos, they would not have survived. So captive breeding was an absolutely essential part to bring the Taki back into the wild. In the case of the Taki, unfortunately, captive breeding may have also contributed to the decline of the populations when the first horses were taken out of the wild, usually by shooting their mothers and capturing the foals. bring them into captivity with a lot of losses. The problem today may be that some captive breeding institutions think they can solve the problems in the wild by taking animals out and breeding them under close human supervision. It's a hot debate going on, and I personally tend to favor keeping animals in the wild and pouring all your money not into concrete structures, but rather pouring all your money into maintaining them in the countries where they originally occur.